So what's up, Jared? How you doing, buddy? And Ab saying, hey, fellas, interesting question. How much better is Howell than Heineke?
I mean, he's got the stronger arm. He the way he played on Sunday was similar to Heineke with some of the balls to the wall, close my eyes and chuck it at times. But he's got that stronger arm. So I mean, I think he's significantly better than Taylor, and that's coming from a Heineke fan.
Yes, yeah. Sam's definitely a lot more mobile than Taylor is, and like you said, the stronger arm and everything like that. But one thing that Heineke did that I've mentioned multiple times that Sam has yet to show that he can do is target Terry McLaurin early and often, and when the moment calls for it, he gets it right to Terry. So that's something we're gonna have to see coming on. But look, let's go on to our defense, which was absolutely the bright spot for us. Tackles were led by Mr. Cam Curl. Love seeing that. Our stars play big. Montez Sweat having the strip sack, a sack and a half. I mean, really kind of putting it out there, kind of like Payne did a year ago. Pay me. It's that time. I'm letting you right. I'm letting you know I'm coming out here to play. But at the end of the day, they held the Cardinals to 3 field goals, 9 points. Bend, but don't break. As always, we've gotten that done. Will, what are your thoughts on how our defense played and how they look going forward?
I really enjoyed watching this, especially in the second half. Yes. They were aggressive. To what Ab's point was when he said, what do we think we need to see out of week 1 was attack, and they started to do it. The defensive line kind of basically, as we should anticipate that the defense is going to need to lead us during these first parts of the season as the offense is growing, and we've got a young quarterback learning his what it's like to be there. But the defensive line basically said, we need to win this game, and we're going to go do it, And Montez Sweat was able to, one of the things about it is he's always been there, but can he finish? Yep. Oh, he finished on Sunday, he made some plays out there. He made game-changing plays for us, which was huge. And the defensive line, they anchored us the way we needed to with Sweat's 1.5 sacks. Jonathan Allen had a butt sack. You see, he spun into him, knocked him over with his rear end.
We'll take it.
Yeah, but then you also had, the D tackles were around the ball to pick it up. Payne swallowed up the first fumble. The guy, rotational piece, Abdullah Anderson, who they actually liked. That's not someone I mentioned. I talked about bending potato, but Abdullah Anderson, someone they actually liked, and they promoted him, and he played, and he got a fumble recovery. But most importantly, the defensive line held the Cardinals to under 100 yards rushing. Yes. James Conner only had 62 yards rushing, and we basically said to their quarterback, whose name just Josh Dobbs.
Dobbs,
you're going to have to win this game, and I don't think you can. So, that's exactly what they needed to do from an attacking standpoint, from a game plan.
One of my favorite spots was I think it was on Montez Sweat's first sack when they said the announcer's calling in and says, all right, takes a snap. Oh, they're only rushing 4 on this play. And it kind of almost like I wonder what. Oh, that's why they're only rushing 4, because that's all they need is 4. And that's 4 without Chase Young on the field.
Yeah,
I mean, come on now. Like, that defensive line is really taking over, and it's becoming exactly what we've expected it to be. The premier position group on our team. It's taken lead, and it's allowing our secondary to kind of sit back and do what they need to do. Now, I saw Jamin Davis around the ball, but I can't say that I saw him much in the action. What were your thoughts on his performance, or the linebacker's performance in this one?
Yeah, so Cody Barton was on the field for all defensive snaps, so he clearly is our linebacker 1, and I think a lot of that has to do with they feel more comfortable with him in passing situations. They feel he can kind of do both, but I think what you're seeing from Jamin is he's going to be the run stuffer type linebacker, and he was around the ball a little bit. He wasn't very impactful, but he was chasing down some guys and making some tackles within it. And that may be who he is, And
at the end of the day, he got 6 tackles. You know what I mean? Wow, and 4 of them being solo, which again, I didn't even realize that. But I mean, like you said, he is around the ball, he is chasing it, and maybe having Barton in there gives him the freedom to do that. Like when we had either Mayo or when we had Cole Holcomb in there, gives him that freedom to roam and go back and forth and use that athleticism.
Yeah.
But hey, let's go. Let's go. This needs to be your year.
It does.
So hey, and shout out to the defense. What do we have? Like you alluded to, 3 sacks, had the 11 tackles, 4 loss. I want to talk about little things, maybe a couple things that we could work on. We, for the last couple years, and in fact, as far as back as I can remember, especially with Philly, with Dallas, have had issues with opposing tight ends. Yes. Obviously, Zach Ertz, he's torched us many times in green, and he did it again with 6 receptions here for the Cardinals. And then Trey McBride had a number of great catches, the one that he caught and got knocked out of bounds. And then you just see him do that little flex on him, like, dang, man, it's like that. But some reason, and maybe that's the linebacker issue, we cannot – we have a hard time if the other team gets their tight ends going. And another thing that I've noticed, especially since last year, whenever they do that misdirection on us, if we don't come back up and have that backside shut it down, those reverses, I think they hit the reverse on us 2 or 3 times, and they're getting big chunks, and it's like nobody's calling this, nobody's seeing this stuff. So what are your thoughts about some of that stuff? Because we got still some work to do.
Well, and on the second one, the reverse or misdirection that happened, a rookie got exposed. Yeah, Mr. Andre Jones was in there for one of his 4 snaps, and he went right after, and then all of a sudden turned and went, uh-oh. And then the guy went right past him. So, yeah, he showed his rawness out there. I'm sure he had a chance to watch some good film on that and learn about staying contained. And there's a reason why the James Smith-Williams and Casey Toohills are stalwarts on this roster. Pencil them in, because they understand a little bit of that. Yeah, it's tempting, but I got to stay where I'm at because of.
They're always coming back.
Right. So, but no, you're right. I mean, the Cardinals got a couple big plays on us. There was that drive they threw it to Rondale Moore, that 30-yard play that had me a little bit nervous. And Zach Ertz did torch us for 6 catches, and he had a few more opportunities. He dropped them. Pretty sure he dropped a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, he did. Wide open.
Yeah, but he also only got 21 yards, too. So 6 catches, 21 yards. It's not exactly, burning us here.
Right.
And I actually thought, just like with Sam Howell giving opportunities out there, our defensive backs had opportunities to make plays, and they didn't. Right. Pretty sure, Cam Curl had one hit him in the hands. Percy Butler had one hit him in the hands. The very last play of the game, Manny Forbes had the ball hit him in his hands. He didn't, and that's fine. He knocked the ball down and the game was over. So I'm not too worried about that. But again, we got to remember, it was Josh Dobbs. I mean, we held him to only 132 yards passing, which is great. But it's Josh Dobbs. He wasn't throwing the ball more than 7 yards down the field.
Right.
Ever.
Good God. So, which is funny. So, because Janae asked me this on Monday. Is our defense really that dominant?
Sean, I saw the clip that you put out. I saw that crazy.
Number 1, baby. Number 1. Let's go. By season's end, last week of the season will be a number 1. Let's go.
Yeah. If we're playing Josh Dobbs every week, then absolutely.
There we go. 2020 all over again.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.